Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is teasing with my patterns. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights. Hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I head down stage to be like, see the crowd going air to be like. So I stepped on stage to be like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air to be like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think your stay is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage to be like, see the crowd going air to be like. So I stepped on stage to be like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air to be like, ooh yeah.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to vouch. I was all alone, so I ain't have a witness. Right back to the lab. Gotta go to work, I'm revving up my engine. I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention. I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't fatigue. Better have 100 million coming with you. Got good karma, so I'm riding fiscal. Hit the crossover, leave them playing Twister. Or they thought that I was just a... Now when I'm through, they call me Mister. Stop it. Big wall with some fights. Play with the family, playing with your life. Just got the ops hurt, looking sick. So we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, say you gon' ride, is you gon' step by me, can't do it back, keep racks on me, name home with I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you ride it. I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich, and famous, I'm living the life. Uh-oh, pull up in that new thing. I'm swerving and hogging up both lanes. You know I'm in the mood. After I score, I'ma bring it to you. They're a free agent, I give them the boo. I'm with the crew.
It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wildwood here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Right to the air is Jackson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun. They go play action now. Jackson.
It's complete to Cook. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Eason, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Browns at 1 and 2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking, if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 49 yards yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Come on, set. Ready?
Play action this time with Love. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Love. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Eason. And some room to run now. Now inside the 25. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down now, Eason, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this...
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Love, they go play action now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened A loss resulted.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Love. And he is caught. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready.
Here's Love. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Okay, ready?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Oh, what a move. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Check right. Check cut.
Right back to him on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
No, we changed it. No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
On second down, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Boy, took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Eason. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Shot. 17. Set.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. On 2nd down, Eason. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 75 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Ready, break.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Love. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6.
Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw now. Here's Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Ready.
Love now. And Bolden brings it in, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt from him.
Shifts by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, pick. Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Come on, set.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Eason. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Partner Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line has executed well today.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Barney, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a handoff up the middle. Eason. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And his throw here's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Here we go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter. And watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ready.
2nd down, Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Set.
And now here's a carry heading left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Love. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock. I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Love looking to throw it. And he is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here. All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Ready?
Here's Love. Looking downfield, and it's caught right side. He's got his man. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list. And, boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann? It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On the ready.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Set.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Ready.
3rd down and goal coming up here.
Ready.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready.
Here it is. 4th and inches. Love will sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management run.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
A gain of 50 yards. And the Ravens forced down.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come